Second of all, for anybody that have any questions, any doubts, any this about me, I was married for...
The big question everyone is asking is, Cardi, this is wild and hilarious. Why keep trolling? Why keep hating? Why not block him? Cardi, now, family, stop what you're doing right now. Because Cardi B just went off in a way we've never seen before. This is not just another Instagram live. This is not just another celebrity clapback. This is Cardi putting her truth on the table while dragging Offset into the light. And you need to wait and watch the clip to see what's really going on. Trust me, this one is explosive.
Second of all, for anybody that have any questions, any doubts, any this about me, I was married for 7 years and y'all never heard no bullshit on me fucking anybody. I've never been the type of person. I've never been the type of bitch to fuck 2 niggas at the same time, neither. And you know what? This is why sometimes everybody always be like, don't address rumors, don't address shit. But ever since every motherfucker started spreading that rumor that I fucked niggas while I was pregnant, which wrong, lies. Y'all motherfuckers like, oh, she doing this, she doing that. Stop putting my name with niggas you don't see me with. Stop putting my name with niggas I don't fuck with and I don't like. Stop doing that. Stop talking about my pussy. Stop talking about my body. Stop talking about what I got going on. There is, how many female rappers is right now active right now? It's like 8 of them. There's 8 different female rappers. Every week these bitches are doing something. Go talk about them. Doja Cat just put a fucking song out. Ice Spice and Lotto just put a fucking song out. Go talk about them. Bitches got shit going on every single other 2 weeks. Why do you speak on the brim every fucking week?
And it doesn't stop there. Because while Cardi B was spilling her heart and shutting down the rumors, guess who popped up in her Instagram live comments? That's right, Offset himself. And his reply was so savage, so direct, and so shocking, fans can't stop replaying it. Stay with me because we're going to watch the clip and then break down exactly how fans are reacting to this messy back and forth.
Doesn't make no sense. At this point, I think niggas want to lick my underarms. At this point. What the fuck is your issue? This shit doesn't make no sense. I need to take a spiritual bath or something, because the obsession that these people are having with me, it don't make no sense. It's every fucking week. It's every week. Oh, so what was going on in Atlanta is not a topic, right? Because you know niggas gonna put fire up your ass. But me, you think you could bully me? You really think you could fucking bully me? Y'all not gonna keep bullying me. Y'all not gonna keep talking about me. Stay out of my pussy. It's my pussy. And for the record, I have a man. I have a man. Just because you don't see me every other motherfucking week sitting on a motherfucker lap, fucking a motherfucker, tonguing them down, I have a man. I'm very secure with my man too. I don't give a fuck if I delete a picture, about this and that. I have one. Me and my nigga know where we stand. Why the fuck you worried about what I got going on? Everything is a topic to this motherfucker.
Let's rewind for just a second. Offset recently accused Cardi B of cheating with none other than NFL star Stefon Diggs while she was still married to him. Yes, you heard me right. Offset claimed that Cardi betrayed him at the worst possible time, when she was carrying his 3rd child. That accusation didn't just hit fans like a storm. It hit Cardi like a slap across the face, and she was not having it. On her live, Cardi said it plain. Offset lied. She said it with her chest. She reminded the world that she has moved on, that she is happy, and that these constant trolling games from her ex are nothing but attempts to bully her. Cardi's words carried pain, yes, but also defiance. She's tired, and she's ready to defend herself, this time with no filter. But Offset wasn't going to sit back quietly. In fact, While thousands of fans watched Cardi rant, Offset's comment appeared under her live like a grenade. His words? "Stop lying. You cheated on me with a baby inside you. Tell the truth." The chat went wild. Fans froze their screens, reposted screenshots, and immediately flooded X, Instagram, and TikTok with reactions. This raises the million-dollar question. Why is Offset even able to comment on Cardi's live? Why hasn't she blocked him? Why is she still entertaining his presence when she claims she has completely moved on? Fans are scratching their heads, asking whether there's unfinished business between these two, or if Cardi is secretly keeping that door cracked open. And this is where it gets even messier, because Offset isn't just accusing Cardi of stepping out. He's doing it while trying to shatter her current happiness with Stefon Diggs. Cardi said clearly on her live that Stefon makes her feel safe, makes her feel happy, and has been there for her even in her darkest times. So why is Offset trying to drag that relationship into the mud? Could it be jealousy? Could it be spite? Or is he holding on to receipts that the public hasn't seen yet? Now, let's not forget, Cardi B is no stranger to controversy, to cheating rumors, and to public spats with Offset. We've seen this movie before, but this time it feels different. This isn't about saving a marriage or brushing things under the rug. This is about a woman who says she is done, but still somehow finds herself face-to-face with the ghost of her ex. The fans? Divided. Some are screaming, "Protect Cardi at all costs, Offset is toxic." Others are saying, "Wait a minute, why hasn't she cut him off completely?" The contradictions, the emotions, the drama, it's got the internet buzzing. And when the internet buzzes, you know it's only a matter of time before the story takes another wild turn. And family, this is just the beginning. Because as we dive deeper, we're going to look at why Cardi's accusations of bullying matter, what Offset's shady IG comment really means, and whether Stefon Diggs is about to be dragged into a storm he didn't sign up for. Buckle up, because the Cardi versus Offset saga just went nuclear and we're breaking it all down. Family, let's get into the meat of it. Because Offset's IG comment didn't just spark reactions, it cracked open old wounds. For years, Cardi B and Offset's marriage was plagued by rumors of infidelity, trust issues, and public drama. Remember when Cardi filed for divorce back in 2020, only to call it off later? Remember the endless headlines about Offset allegedly cheating? That history is now being thrown back in Cardi's face, and this time, it's Offset who's calling her the cheater. The irony isn't lost on fans. Social media is flooded with comments like, "Offset, weren't you the one always in the blogs?" And, "This man has the nerve to play victim now?" The narrative has flipped. Offset is painting Cardi as the unfaithful one, and Cardi is demanding that people see through his lies. But here's the real tea. The truth might not matter as much as the perception. Because perception is powerful. And right now, Offset is using it like a weapon. By claiming Cardi cheated on him while pregnant, he's not just questioning her loyalty, he's questioning her motherhood, her character, her womanhood. That's a low blow, and fans are calling it out. But let's be real. In the court of public opinion, even an accusation can stain a reputation. And this is where things get chilling. Cardi says she's moved on. She says she's happy. But if Offset keeps throwing out these accusations, what does that do to her relationship with Stefon Diggs? What happens when whispers of cheating start making their way into locker rooms, press conferences, and NFL headlines? Could Offset be trying to sabotage not just Cardi, but her new man's peace of mind? Think about it. Stefon Diggs is about to enter another NFL season. All eyes on him, his performance under the spotlight. The last thing he needs is a media circus about whether or not his girlfriend was sneaking around while pregnant with another man's child. This isn't just drama. This is career-interfering level mess. Offset's words may have been aimed at Cardi, but the splash damage? It hits Stefon too. Meanwhile, Cardi's fans are rallying behind her, defending her fiercely. They're saying Offset is bitter, jealous, and trying to rewrite history. Hashtags are flying, edits of Cardi's clapbacks are trending, and once again, the internet battlefield is divided. It's not just a breakup anymore, it's war. And every comment, every live stream, every screenshot is ammunition. But here's the kicker. Why hasn't Cardi blocked Offset? Why does she still let him slip into her live sessions? That's the puzzle piece nobody can quite solve. Some fans believe it's because deep down, she still has lingering ties, maybe for the sake of their kids. Others think she enjoys the drama, that she knows her brand thrives off scandal, and every messy exchange just keeps her in the headlines. Offset, on the other hand, is playing his cards with precision. He doesn't flood social media. He doesn't rant endlessly. He drops a single bomb, one comment, one line, and lets the world explode. That's a dangerous game, because silence can speak louder than words, and it keeps Cardi constantly on edge, constantly explaining herself. And family, if you think this is just about Instagram lives and petty arguments, think again. This feud is peeling back layers of a toxic past, a love story gone wrong, and a battle for public perception. It's no longer just about Cardi and Offset. It's about who controls the narrative, who fans believe, and who walks away looking like the victim. So buckle in, because in the next part, we're digging into Cardi's unfiltered words. The way she called Offset a bully, the way she said she's done, and the way fans are questioning whether she's really as over him as she claims. Trust me, the drama is only getting juicier. Family, let's not sugarcoat it. Cardi B went in. On her live, she didn't just dismiss Offset's words. She didn't just laugh it off. She called him a bully. And when Cardi uses that word, it comes from a place of deep pain. She said Offset has always tried to control the narrative, always tried to make her look like the bad one, always tried to tear her down when she was at her lowest. And she didn't stop there. Cardi made it clear that this isn't just about romance anymore. She said Offset trolls her online, stirs up rumors, and then sits back and watches as she scrambles to defend herself. That's not love, that's not co-parenting, that's manipulation. Cardi's voice cracked with frustration, and you could hear the years of built-up resentment spilling out. But Offset wasn't done either. In a shocking twist, he slid back into the comments, again, and typed, "Stop lying. You cheated on me with a baby inside you. Tell the truth." Family, do you realize the weight of those words? To accuse a woman of cheating while carrying your child is not just a relationship jab. That's a direct attack on her integrity as a mother. Fans were quick to call it out. Some said Offset crossed a line that he could never come back from. Others said Cardi should have cut him off completely years ago, and that moments like this prove why. But there's also a smaller group, the doubters, who are asking, what if Offset isn't lying? What if there's some truth here? And that's exactly the kind of seed Offset wanted to plant. Let's talk about why this matters. For Cardi, reputation is everything. She's not just an artist. She's a brand, a mother, a woman who has fought tooth and nail to be taken seriously. And now her ex is trying to smear her name with cheating allegations that cut at her most vulnerable chapter, her pregnancy. Offset knows exactly where to hit. Cardi's counterpunch? Stefon Diggs. She's showing the world that she's moved on, that she's in love, that she's found happiness. But imagine being Stefon in this moment. Imagine watching your girlfriend's ex-husband accuse her of betrayal during pregnancy, with the entire internet chiming in. That's a storm no NFL playbook can prepare you for. And family, here's where it gets real. Some fans are starting to say Cardi is too emotional, too reactive, and that she should just block Offset once and for all. But Cardi's openness has always been her weapon. She doesn't hide, she doesn't sugarcoat, she doesn't play quiet. She takes to Instagram Live and says exactly what's on her mind. That raw honesty is why people love her. But it's also why she stays in the headlines. Offset, meanwhile, thrives in the shadows. A quick comment here, a sneaky like there, and then he disappears. It's like a ghost haunting Cardi's peace. And let's be real. You can block an account, but you can't block history. Offset will always be tied to her, through children, through music, through the empire they once built together. So now the internet is asking the question we all want to know. If Cardi is truly happy with Stefon, why does she still allow Offset access to her space? Why does she keep engaging instead of shutting the door? Is it unresolved love? Is it just co-parenting mess? Or could it be that Cardi herself knows this drama keeps her name buzzing? Offset seems to know exactly how to push Cardi's buttons. He says less, but his words carry weight. Cardi, on the other hand, is explosive, emotional, reactive. It's like watching a chess game. Offset makes one move, and Cardi flips the entire board. And that imbalance? That's why people can't stop watching. But family, here's where it gets dangerous. If Offset keeps dropping these accusations and Cardi keeps responding, what happens when it starts affecting her kids? What happens when the drama goes from IG lives to legal battles, custody issues, or public schoolyard gossip? At some point, this isn't just entertainment. It's family being torn apart in real time. And here's the twist. Maybe that's exactly why Cardi hasn't blocked Offset. Because deep down, she knows he'll always be part of her life. The kids, the history, the connection. It's a web too tangled to cut clean. But will this constant back and forth destroy her new love with Stefon Diggs? Or will it only make her fight harder to prove she's really moved on? Family, in the final section, we're breaking down the fallout, the fan reactions, and the big question. Can Cardi ever escape Offset's shadow? Family, here we are, the fallout. Cardi B and Offset's war of words isn't just a lover's quarrel. It's a public spectacle, one that's left fans divided, Stefon Diggs caught in the middle, and the internet buzzing with what's next? Every live stream, every IG comment, every clapback feels like a new episode in a never-ending soap opera. Let's start with the fans. Some are fully in Cardi's corner, praising her for standing up to Offset and refusing to let him control her narrative. They're saying, yes, Cardi, drag him. Let the world know your truth. These fans believe Offset is jealous, bitter, and trying to rewrite history because he lost her. On the flip side, some are questioning Cardi's choices. They ask, if she's really moved on, why does she keep giving Offset her energy? Why let him into her space, her lives, her peace? For these fans, every clapback feels less like empowerment and more like reopening wounds that should have been closed years ago. And then there's the Stefon Diggs angle. Family. This man is walking into an NFL season with more than just football on his plate. The gossip about Cardi's past, the accusations from Offset, the constant stream of drama, all of that follows him into the locker room, onto the field, and into press conferences. Will it affect his game? Will it affect his focus? Only time will tell. Cardi, for her part, insists she's happy, in love, and done with the toxicity of Offset. But let's be real. Her emotions tell a different story. You don't go on live and pour your heart out about someone who no longer matters. You don't get triggered by a single IG comment unless there's history buried deep. Offset knows that, and that's why his strategy works. The internet is buzzing with one haunting question. Can Cardi ever truly escape Offset's shadow? They share kids, they share history, and they share wounds that still seem fresh. And even as she builds a new chapter with Stefon, Offset's voice echoes in the background, a reminder of what was, and maybe what still lingers. But here's the twist. This drama isn't just about them. It's about us, the fans, the audience, the world watching. Cardi and Offset's mess has become our entertainment, our talking point, our tea. And as long as we keep tuning in, as long as we keep debating, they'll keep feeding the fire. So what happens next? Will Cardi finally block Offset and shut the door once and for all? Will Offset keep pushing until he forces a meltdown? Or will Stefon Diggs step in, demanding peace and putting boundaries in place? The next chapter is unwritten, but one thing is certain. This story is far from over. Family, as we close, I want you to think about this. Love doesn't always end cleanly. Sometimes it ends in scars, in drama, in late-night comments on Instagram Live. Cardi B may say she's done, but Offset's presence proves otherwise. And until one of them takes the final step, silence, distance, closure, the saga will keep going. So buckle up, because you know we'll be here covering every twist, every clapback, and every tear. This isn't just celebrity gossip. It's a story of love, betrayal, and survival in the spotlight. And trust me, family, the next chapter, it's going to be even messier. Family, don't go anywhere. In the next section, we're diving into the why. why Cardi might still keep Offset close, why the fans are split down the middle, and why this messy triangle of love, lies, and live streams may be far from over. Grab your tea, because the story is only heating up. Family. Here's the million-dollar question. If Cardi B is so done with Offset, why does she still leave the door cracked open? Why is Offset even able to slide into her live sessions, dropping bombs and shaking the room? Some say it's because of co-parenting. At the end of the day, they share children, and that bond can't just be deleted. But others think it runs deeper. Think about it. Cardi and Offset built a life together through highs, lows, and chaos. They built music, moments, and memories. That history doesn't disappear overnight. Sometimes, even when the relationship is over, the emotional attachment lingers. Could it be that Cardi still wants Offset to hear her truth directly from her mouth? Could it be she still wants him to know she's thriving without him? And then there's the PR angle. Let's be honest. Cardi thrives in the spotlight. She knows her fans eat up her unfiltered rants. She knows every live session becomes a headline. Allowing Offset to lurk in her comments and clapping back in real time might be messy, but it also keeps her at the center of the conversation. Some people think it's less about unresolved feelings and more about controlling the narrative. But this isn't just about Cardi anymore. We have to talk about Stefon Diggs. He's not a rapper, not a reality star, not someone used to this level of chaotic, messy public drama. He's an athlete with a career on the line and a team depending on him. How does it feel to be in love with Cardi B while her ex is publicly accusing her of cheating during a pregnancy? That's the kind of stress that doesn't just fade away. Reports say Stefon is standing by her, staying supportive, and showing love. But even the strongest relationships get tested when the past keeps barging through the front door. And family, Offset isn't just the past. He's the father of her kids. That means he will always be around, whether Cardi likes it or not. And that reality? It could be the very thing Offset is using to shake her new happiness. Fans are split down the middle. Some say Cardi needs to fully cut off Offset, block him, and refuse to engage, for her own peace and for the sake of her new love. Others argue that Offset will never be fully cut out, and Cardi shouldn't have to silence herself just to keep things quiet. After all, she's always been raw, real, and loud. Why should she change now? Still, the whispers are getting louder. Some fans are even speculating that Cardi enjoys the drama, that she thrives off it, that she can't resist clapping back at Offset because it's a dynamic she's used to. That theory is controversial, but it raises a deeper point. Sometimes toxic relationships don't end with a breakup. They linger in arguments and live streams, in unresolved tension,